afternoon, good evening, good night, or good morning, depending on where in the world you are watching that balloon show.
2 weeks have passed again.
That's absolutely a blink of an eye.
We keep saying it, but
Yes.
we mean it.
Yes, and we've got new things happening with the studio.
We have. We're going to go over there very shortly. We've got some nice things.
Yes, we've
which
got
you'll have to see in a minute.
Circus. We've got the new Circus Lion and the new Circus Elephant
So
shape.
you're not telling the truth.
No, I am, and I'm telling the truth. Yes, but
circus.
I'm not lying. It's, we left the lion over there.
Oh,
Thank you. But probably before that.
there's this. Welcome back.
Hello and hello to Dr. Bob.
Dr.
You're right,
House.
Dr. Bob. It is always nice to see us.
And us.
You.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
yeah, and you as well.
We haven't seen
Doctor, it's for too long, Bob. It's
far
been too long.
too long.
Yes.
Happy Christmas, happy birthday, and all the other ones. Yeah.
And everything else we've missed in between. It's been crazy. This last year has flown by so fast. I can't believe that we're in November already.
Sure, no.
Exactly.
Oh.
What we're going to
No,
do?
we're not kidding.
I was thinking
This
you
is
went
how-
that too easily.
No, it wasn't. No, are we? I was genuinely convinced there for a
Yes.
second that I missed another few weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not long,
No.
but still, it's a moment
I know,
again
we've
that's
got 2 weeks left or something of October. It's crazy.
Oh, the
So-
countdown to Christmas has begun.
We want to share with you the new Circus Lion from Prima and also the new Circus Elephant.
Yes, go on, you go through,
I'm
and I will
go
send the camera over in a second. Yes, we do.
Bob said far too long. I agree, far too long.
Yes, you'd have to come and visit Bob. Get a passport, get it stamped, get yourself out of Wales. Come and see us here. It's the place to be.
I think that's the problem. They've revoked his passport. That's probably why he can't go anymore.
True
And
story.
people are gonna. What's gonna happen is it's gonna zoom round to the new updated studio, and people are going to be so impressed.
Here, well, you're setting expectations high there, mind.
I am.
Are we ready?
I am.
3, 2, 1, here we go. Look
Hello.
at that.
Look at this. Look, we actually have a corner back again. And it's full of balloons, which we love. And everybody, it doesn't matter what brand of balloons you like, you guys like to see a wall full of colour like this. We know. We feel the same way.
Always, always. It broke our heart, this wall over here just being white wall. But we had the workshop elves in.
You said that we could barely see that chat. You're right.
Would you like me to zoom that in?
Yeah, I would like you to
Because if
zoom
you're
that-
struggling.
yeah, I would like you to zoom that in one
No,
more.
I can read it. Dominic is amazing.
Zoom one more in. Right, okay. So we are here in the new part of the studio. We've got also a new demo desk coming very shortly. We were hoping it was going to be delivered for this show, but it'll be here by next show. That's better. There we go.
That was two
Fantastic. 2 zooms. 1 zoom, get out of here. 2 zooms, now you're talking. Okay, we got a premium twin air sizer here.
2.
No, there's only one of them, but it is the premium twin air sizer 2.
It's one of those
It
days.
is. We've got some Prima balloons. This is the
Lilac.
lilac.
I should have gone slower on the luz.
11-inch lilac. And, John, we've also got some...
Black.
Correct. Well done.
I also know white.
Excellent.
And
it really
linen.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you know black or white. Okay, we've got the elephant, which will be inflating the foil in a little bit. But what we're going to do first is we're going to show you the techniques involved to make a design, because that's what we're here for, all about balloons. So for this one, I'm going to take some...
1 second.
Are you going to look at the colours again?
This one here. This lilac.
This one here. This one here.
This isn't really why it's here, because I need the cheat sheet to remember colours.
We're going to inflate to around about 7.5 inches, which if you're using the twin air sizer 2, it's 1.8.
Correct.
Inflating,
Rounding,
rounding,
tying.
tying.
job.
I enjoy that so much.
I shall hold.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it again. I
Do
enjoyed
it.
that too much. We'll go again. Up we go. Up. We'll go around like that. We'll tie it like that.
I had a question the other day about
Go for it.
sizing.
Yes.
And it was they were using the size that we had used, but we're getting totally different sizes to what we got.
Ah.
And it turned out it's because they had the nozzles on. So yes, you can have these on and still do an 11-inch balloon or bigger, but it does affect the sizing.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can use that to your advantage.
Yeah, it reduces the floor.
Yeah.
So it's it obviously makes it a smaller size.
Quick fix. But I thought, you know what?
You can turn that into a cluster of 4, Dom.
Like that. Easy fix, that one. It was nice and straightforward. And another question I had as well it was inflating oversized.
Oh,
so
right.
a recipe that they've used for a long time, dialed it in, and it was oversizing the balloons.
Okay.
And it was, again, a simple fix, but it's a feature they hadn't used and hadn't realised.
Oh, yeah, I know this
Yeah,
feature. Yeah, okay. This is the one where you press and you hold, right?
That's
and
right.
It switches it from tenths of a second to full seconds. We'll
To
turn
full
it around.
seconds, yes.
Do you want to turn around and actually show them
Yeah.
that? Because now we've got new buttons.
We've got some buttons we can use. So that should be there. So on this machine here, whether it picks it on the camera or not, there is a little decimal point here, so a little red dot. And if you press and hold the back button here on the right-hand side display, press and hold it and wait, it will reset to 0, 0, but it's got 0 with no point in there as well.
It's not 0.0 anymore.
Exactly.
It's just 0, 0.
So now when you go up in time, it's in clear
1 second.
1 second,
yeah.
exactly.
Instead of 0.1 of a second, that's now 1 second. So it means inflating larger balloons.
It's 11 seconds, right?
11 seconds, yeah. So we won't do that. We'll do, just to show you, we'll do, that would normally be half a second, yeah, 0.5 seconds. But if I press the foot pedal, it'll do it for full 5 seconds. There we go. So what you're going to do on there is you're going to press and hold the
So you'll see this place here, you press and hold.
A little bit further forward.
Can you see that there? And it's gone to 0, 0, but now it's done 0.0.
Yes.
Dead quick fix. But actually, that little whoopsie they had unleashed a feature they hadn't realised that the machine had.
Mm-hmm. So we've got 2 clusters of 11-inch balloons sized to approximately 7.5 inches. And then what I need is I need 1 more cluster of 5-inch balloons. So I'm going to put the 5-inch nozzles on. And then I'm going to inflate these black to approximately 3.5 inches, which is 0.3 on this machine.
And not 3.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what was happening. They were going with like a 0.3, expecting the 5-inch to inflate like this, but going... Yes.
And then we'll do 1 more sticky on the nozzle.
Take your time, Keith,
Well,
it's all right.
I don't have the longer nozzles on here. There are some longer nozzles, which makes it a bit easier, but you didn't put them on for me.
Well, you know, can't have it that easy.
Finish with the machine.
Time.
We'll put that out the way so I don't accidentally step on it.
Well, it won't be the first.
And it won't be the last.
No.
Okay, so from here, what we're going to do is we're going to take our cluster of 4 11-inch sized to 7.5 inches. We're going to take our cluster of 4 5-inch balloons sized to 3.5 inches. I'm going to take a neck and I'm going to...
And other colours are available.
They are, as is proven behind us. And then I'm going to take the other cluster and I'm going to put that on top and go the other way.
You got one on the necks and through you go.
Yeah.
And again, I know we said it before, but if you don't get that to the right sort of pressure straight away, don't worry about it. You don't even have to stop what you're doing. Tie it in so you've got that security. Then get another neck and take it through. Especially with that Prima latex, you've got that long neck. It's easy to kind of bring that through.
So we've got our square, which a lot of people use this over the Christmas period and then put like a 260 around the top and make a bow and it can make a present design, which is pretty cute. But what we're going to do is we're actually turning it onto its side like this, and then we're going to add in some starbursts.
Starburst, yes.
You've got the starburst.
I have. So we've got the 26-inch Prima starburst. We've actually got 2 lots of these. So it's 1 packet of 12.
Yes.
All valved, all air-filled, and we've got a 6 and a 6. So it is 2 tied together to create a duplet, a 2-balloon cluster, and then 3 lots of those clustered together. So that gives us the 6. Doesn't look very exciting at the moment, but once it gets pulled in, they'll cluster together better and then pull that and make it look nice and full.
So what I've done is I've put a 260, which is uninflated with the air pulled out, all the way through there, because it's going to pull into the side of this. So what I'm going to do is take the other side, and I'm going to wrap that around here as well.
Again, this saves having to try and pull that in and tie it when you've got it tied to both ends. You can just pull through the middle and lock it in place.
So it's going to go all the way through, like so, through the middle of the design, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap it around one of those 11-inch on there, so that it pulls it in onto here, and the same on this side. It goes round and then around the balloon on this side.
That just helps to lock it in and stop it being pushed out of place easy.
So what it's doing now is it gives us that nice starburst effect on both ends of the design, which is cute.
Already picking up the colour there as well from that lilac there.
Absolutely.
Lilac, see what I did?
Hello, Shelley. Love to see you in the chat,
Shelley.
as always. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do this one for actual Halloween design, because we're not quite Halloween yet.
No, we're not in November, people. We're not.
We're not. We're still in October.
Okay.
Only halfway through October. And we've got our new spooky ghost with the... it's not a Prima, it's a holographic, but it does goes along well with these Prima.
It really does, yeah.
And I've just got a piece of 260 tied to the bottom of there, which I'm going to wrap into the design.
I love the cutesy look of that one.
Yeah, it's super cute. And we have him sitting on top of there.
Look at that.
Yes, so we've got our ghost, and we've got our Prima sparkles on the side. We've got one last thing that we want to do on the show.
Great building block, that one, though.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yes. What we're going to do is we're going to add something straight in the middle, and for that, we're going to take one of the balloons that we've previously used, so that's a 9-inch checkerboard.
Not a pre-printed balloon, people, as I was mistaken.
Yeah, it's blank. But this one, we've used some vinyl to personalize it up for the front on this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach it to there, and we're going to use the same technique that we've used on the last week's when we showcased it, where we...
Efficiencies of techniques, again, always. You know, it's not having to kind of learn something and just use it once or twice. You can use these techniques, but be very efficient with it and see so many different designs.
Well, the great thing with this as well, because it's a checkerboard, it's dead easy to see where you're working.
Well, 2, you can see where it's working, and also you're going to get the middle.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Sharpie marker and go over the area where we're going to stick to it, because we've found that certain balloons, stretchy balloon tape and other adhesives, don't want to stick to the balloons because they have a varnish on the top which protects them, and we need to just get through that varnish coating. So what I'm going to do is just take a Sharpie marker. This is a thick one, but a normal one works, and I'm just going to colour in.
Anyway, if you don't know this technique yet, that means you didn't watch last episode.
Yes, exactly.
So if you want to see what we're talking about here and how good this technique is, how simple it is, and how the difference is between doing it and not doing it, catch last episode, because we show that in great detail.
We do.
It surprised us even as we were doing it again.
Mm-hmm. So I take my stretchy balloon tape and I'll put it onto the bits where I've already drawn on with a Sharpie, which has taken that top layer off. And then I can tie it onto there with my scrap of 260. And now we have a stretchy connection point, like this.
Nice mechanical
And it's
fixing.
nice and strong, even though that doesn't normally adhere well to the balloon. So using that Sharpie, honestly, it was a life changer for us.
It doesn't have to be the big chisel Sharpie as well. Any Sharpie does it. Just that one's a good one in the fact that it's got wide coverage, and the fact that you're trying to make an area to make clear, it's pretty efficient for doing that.
Yep. And then we're going to take our balloon. This is the one that I pre-did with Trick or Treat, because remember, the longer that you leave the adhesive to cure, the better the connection is going to be for the long term. So if I can leave it on there when it's not under pressure and leave it to set, it's going to last even longer.
Prep time's great for this. If you're pre-inflating these to build your design the next day, you know, you've got to deliver your collection on a Saturday, and you're doing your prep on the Friday, pre-inflate your smaller foils, add that connection point on it, but also enjoy the fact that they are valved and you don't need to heat seal it, so you can do it at your leisure.
And then I'll turn that around into the middle so that it gives us a nice trick or treat.
Nice
And
little
it's a
focal
lovely
point.
little gift delivery.
Love that. Nice and easy.
Hope
Nice
you
and
like
simple.
it. Ooh, it's a
Spooky.
spooky ghost. So I'm going to put this over here.
Yes.
Because what we can do is if we don't just do the 2 sets, if we double that up to make it into a set of 4.
Same sizing.
Yeah.
The only difference is you're going to add 1 extra layer of the 5-inch to join the 2 together.
Yeah, and then
Up you come.
we've got our larger piece for our larger delivery, including the new Circus Lion.
Love that. Love the matte finish on this as well. It looks super, super lush.
It is. It's the difference between, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the lion mane is matte, and so is his main face, but the touches of the pink,
Little elements.
they're all with a gloss finish.
Yeah, and down
which
here as well,
shine.
you've got a little bit of gloss there
Yeah.
as well. So it's really nice touches to that.
And then we've taken our 20-inch gold striped sphere and we've personalised that up using the same sort of designs that were going in there. We've got our 2 starbursts.
I don't even want to show this as well. It's just a really good touch on the fact that,
yes.
you know, going back to why for a very long time we've done 2-tone with the vinyl. So this is the same vinyl that's on the front right now, and it's just the single colour. So we've got the sort of the circus top tent there and the 2 lines of text. What you've just seen is the same, but it's got a white offset.
So you can see that, and then we flip around, and then
And it really changes how you can see that, especially on a busy sphere like this where you've got the stripes running through. You need to be able to make that text punch out.
Yeah, if you're charging people for personalisation and things, the adder wants to be able to stand out in the
Yes,
design, right?
and doing it the other way, and we've done this intentionally so you can see the real value in that second bit of vinyl. And if you know, whichever machine you've got, they all have the software that you can do that offset, where you can put a sort of a bounding box around your text, and it creates this outlined text, which is brilliant, dead simple. You don't even have to do registrations to line it up. It can be done manual because it works so easy. But that's such a good. I mean, the vinyl is minimal cost. We know this, and the time is not very much, but it just. I don't want to use the word pop, but it pops.
Yeah, it does though. It makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're actually going to have to lift this one back down again because I forgot to do something first, which was one of the inflating the foil.
Oh yes.
So we've got our
elephant.
elephant. Also, as well as I realised that we set up that camera for me to do that thing right there and never done that. We'll remember.
Best plans and all.
Yes. So we have the Premium Common Micro Air.
I'm going to use it now then. Ooh.
So the Micro Air now comes with this attachment, which has a kind of
Venturi?
yeah,
it's got
valve on there.
It's got fluted. I think the technical term is Venturi. But for the layman like ourselves, it allows the air, once the foil has reached the pressure then stops this inflating by the back pressure.
It's not as good as a Foil Pro. We'll hear
No,
that. Yeah.
I think this one would be able to overinflate.
It will be
more.
Yeah.
Where the Foil Pro have got ultimate trust in.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Additionally,
it's
as well
a good start. Yeah, but it's a good start.
The second thing with the Foil Pro, it has the hose, so it has the temperature, the drop on it as well. So this over multiple foils, you're going to get an increase in temperature of the motor. So once you start doing multiples of these on the fly, you're going to have residual heat in this, which means you're going to be putting warmer air into your foils.
Yes.
Which means you might get a drop in. They might go soft draft a little while after it's cooled down.
Out, I think, as well. So it's,
yeah, so for doing lots of foils, Foil Pro 100%.
Yes.
For doing the occasional one, you're out and about, you're doing something, you need to do the odd foil, I would absolutely use this.
Yeah.
And it's nice, it's included is the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because we say that this is a great machine anyway. You take this off, we do 3-footers with it. It's a fantastic machine.
It's a super all-rounder at a great price point.
Yeah.
And having that valve really adds another element of value to it. But I definitely wouldn't use it over a Foil Pro, especially when you're doing multiples as well.
Yeah.
I also think, practically speaking as well, it's easier to use the Foil Pro with the hose and the pedal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working like this. I mean, this is handy. This is great with the mug holder.
Now, you could do that way, but then you've got to hold the foil and kind of steam away.
I am going easily, though. I'm not flying through it.
Foil Pro, you'd have pressed your foot pedal.
Yeah, and I
gone,
would have just gone all the way with it. With this one, I'll just take it a bit easier, but it
it
does
is
do the job.
a nice little helpful
And it
add-on.
gives you a super cute elephant design.
Yep.
I love again, going back to it, the matte finish and the gloss finish gives you those textures.
I mean, it's probably my biggest takeaway for the Prima foil range is the two-tone, the contrast between the matte and the gloss. That's my first. The second one is everything's valved.
Yeah, and they're super strong.
Yeah.
We've done some testing with overinflation and things like that, and you get some really super strong...
very round balloons is what you get, Keith.
Yeah, almost
very
round.
round.
When you inflate them that big. So.
Yes.
Okay, so we have our elephant design. So now what we need to do is, I suppose, we're going to go over.
Yeah, because we've got some coordinating products that can work with this, and so we've got some different colours. So do you want to head that way, and I'm going to send this over to there. There we go. It's heading that way.
We're over here. Hello. Oh, there we go. I hope you can see me still. We have a couple of different designs. We'll start over on this one, which we've got the circus bubble, the circus pastel bubble, along with the 18-inch circus pastel foil that goes with it. Sphere, sorry. Oops.
It's been a long day.
Yes.
It's a long day. Another point here, we had the name on it as well, just having a bit of fun, but it's not as vibrant because it's just a single coloured vinyl.
Even though that's a stronger colour than that's used in the rest of the design, yeah, so that it really tries to punch out, it's showing you there that it still doesn't punch out as well as something that has an outline.
That's a finer image as well, but it really jumps out at it. It really has that focal point because of that white sort of offset on there as well. So really good point.
Yeah, we've got this on one of the Borosino frames, but we're going to go through the colours. So the colours that we've used on this one is spearmint.
Correct.
Ballet slipper.
Correct. Lilac.
Lilac. Lavender.
Correct.
Well, this is actually baby pink. That's ballet slipper. And mango.
Yes.
I got them all?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, so we've got mango, spearmint, ballet slipper, baby pink, lavender.
I've got some sizes noted down as well, just to run through. It is organic, so, have a bit of a play around with that. But sizing on this particular one here as well is on the base here, they are clusters of 6 that have been used to attach to the frame. And they are 6 balloons, and it's a 9 and 8, an 8 and a 7, and a 7 and a 6. And what I mean by that is there's duplets of 2. So there's a 9-inch, an 8-inch, an 8-inch and a 7-inch, and a 7-inch and a 6-inch. They are clustered together to create a 6-balloon cluster that goes onto the frame, and there is 2 blocks of those that go onto there.
So then we must have a midsection.
We do have a midsection, and they are clusters of 6, and they are 6-inch and 5-inch in that cluster.
Okay.
And there's about 3 lots of those, so 3 clusters of 6 that run up there. Then at the very top, we've got this one here. So there's one 11-inch in there, just to give a bit of bigger scale, but it is only inflated to 6 inches. And then the rest of the 5-inch around it are 4.5 and 5-inch.
Okay.
Those. And they're, again, clusters of 6. Because again, we're trying to break it up and not be sort of classic, so that's why it clusters 6, and then it really breaks the mold of how it sits. Then kind of dotted onto it, we've got some 5-inch, and they're predominantly 3-inch and 3.5-inch clusters of 6 there. The very top one, I think, is an 8, but just to kind of fill it out.
Yep.
And then that's pretty much the recipe. But it follows the same.
How long did it take you to do all that, Dom?
It took me a very short length of time listening to Steph to explain to me the sizes that she'd use on this particular one. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Right, okay, so thanks, Steph. Okay, let's
And
move.
I got my story as well. But what's really important here as well is we have and done on the show different types of organic, and we have our structured organic, which is really easy to go, it's this, it's this, it's this, and this is the process. It's why we love it. However, certain designs and certain price points really do call for organic.
Also, as well as that, we know there's a lot of people out there that love to be creative, yeah, and this allows you to be more creative than that structure does.
And that's why we're not saying this is the recipe. We're just giving you some indication, because we absolutely do get questions after and saying, what sizes were those? So this is just a quick walkthrough to say this is where it started from. It's 11-inch balloons that started at the maximum size of 9 inches, working down to the 5-inch, where we're going down to 3.5 inches. And it's the same thing. It's a recipe, it's a flow, and it's just having that flow of sizes, but with some sort of jumps where you sort of ratchet and sort of backwards and forwards.
You just go with the flow.
You absolutely do. Okay. But it's broken down into blocks, so it's actually
Yeah, it's
something
three separate sections.
Yeah, it's quite kind of easy to recreate yourself once you've got something that works.
Okie dokie. So in the middle of here we have our circus elephant, and instead of attaching it by the middle with its feet, we decided that he's going to sit across onto this side. He's like jumping off his little platform.
It's more energetic that way,
Yeah,
though,
it
isn't
does.
it?
It has that energy.
Because typically you're going to go in the middle, then it's all very kind of formal. Where this, it's fun, it's got movement.
And we've also got lavender, spearmint, mango, and kiss me pink.
This one is 4.5 inches for the main part, just a top cluster there, and they're 2.5 inches. And this is
Super
actually
simple.
on one of the IKEA base plate type stands.
It's the Targarp.
Targarp, that's
Targarps,
it. That's why I
yeah.
went with
Not the
IKEA,
ballast.
IKEA base plate type stand.
Targarp.
It can be on anything. However, this is a neat solution, and there's all the other lamps and stuff out there that you can use. However, you need something with a little bit more weight if you're going to do something that's kind of an offset design.
Just please be careful if you're going to do something like this as a gift. You don't want to have a pole like that, because if somebody falls onto it, there could be a problem. Whereas if this is designed to be as part of a display, that's out of the way, that's a very different thing. Yeah, so just be aware of how it's going to be used and where it's going to be used before you start using it.
If we were going to do this as a gift one, we would take the frame out and upgrade the base to being some 11-inch, two layers 11-inch at the very bottom of
create
this.
a little pyramid that it's going to sit on. Yeah,
stability,
like its own cone.
and then add a decent size, double stuffed water weight to give it some substance, or a sand weight, and then that way it's got that stability. So,
okay, so if we move our elephant in the room
out of the way.
We'll put him over there. We have our last design.
All
that
very
we've shown
floral here in the That Balloon Show studio.
Yeah, it's a little, would be like a door frame arch, but apart from this one is actually a frame, so it's not a walk.
Yes, so you could have it as an actual arch if you had something that would frame like this. So you could do a base plate and pole either side, and then probably something aluminium, because to get that sort of sharp curve would need to be some aluminium framing to get that.
Yeah, either that or something like a really thin tent pole.
Yes.
That would.
Yeah.
But it would have to be one of the really small ones to get around that corner.
So anything like that, it's doable. This one is a static decor piece rather than a walkthrough, because
it's more like a stand here and take a
photo point and the like, or behind maybe potentially a signing or cake table, that kind of thing.
But the colours are kiss me pink,
correct,
baby pink,
correct,
ballet slipper,
correct,
and white.
See, I knew I'll get one white. Size of those ones are 9-inch and 7-inch for the 11-inch balloons, and the top 5-inch are 4.5 inches.
Okay, and then there's just been some artificial flowers that's literally just been tucked into the points, just to bring in a little bit of the colours that are in here, and a little bit some extra textures in there too, along with the 18-inch Pastel Circus round balloon.
Lovely. I love the graduation of the shading on this one. It really does blend and flow beautifully. That really like that.
I think all the design. I think Steph's done a fantastic
She
job
really
as
has,
well.
yes.
So please in the chat say thank you to Steph. We really appreciate it.
No, they're just still talking to Dr. Bob.
So I think that's all the time that we have for
and
the
guess
day.
what?
And we're going to try something out. We're going to try to see if normally at this point Dom would be rushing back over to the hub there to see
I
to
got a
switch
remote
off.
control.
Well, we're going to find out if that remote control works.
You can have remote control keys that don't work. So
Oh,
I
okay.
still
He has a
have.
remote
I stand
control.
by what
That's
I
fine.
said. I do have a remote control.
So we're going to say goodbye for now. We're going to be back in 2 weeks' time.
We are.
And with our new workbench as well. We told you that this studio is
went
getting
big.
better and better.
But yeah, ciao for
we'll
now.
say bye-bye.